Well, I think whether it's the 80 minutes or it's the 3.5 minutes from one of your songs, that if I can get recharged or re-inspired, then then that's then that's the fruits and that's the work that it does, right? And that is quote unquote a good thing.
Yeah, the only hard part is that because if you're honest, I lean toward a home church more than anything, just with my how I see Jesus and the church, and but
Hmm.
I think you need to be connected with some other people that are actually trying to follow Jesus. And honestly, I don't, you might be, oops, I mean, you can air this or not, but Christians don't own Jesus. I mean, it's just true. Look at the disciples.
Yeah.
They started, they weren't Christians.
Right.
They believed enough to follow him in the beginning. I mean, for years actually, and then at the very end, he's like, who do other people say I am? Who do you say I am?" So at some point in there, they actually began to believe,
Hmm.
but they just followed from the beginning. They were Jews. They were Jews. So do we? Can we have a Jewish person come in? Can I have a Muslim person follow Jesus? And I would say if I
Yeah.
said that in most places to most American Christians, they'd go, "Dude, you are on, shallow ice right now, dude, because a Muslim, you've got to make them a Christian. They've got to believe that Jesus is blah 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 blah." Okay, but what about the disciples? They didn't. So I just think if we're doing life with people who are trying to figure out how to follow Jesus, then I think we're on the right track. So
So are
if you're
we?
not doing it with other people that are trying to follow Jesus, I actually think that you're in a danger zone,
Hmm.
because I think biblically I could say that all day long, because we have to do it in community.
Well, do you think that we have misinterpreted Jesus as a whole when it comes to, I guess, church and Christianity and all that?
Misinterpret.
Is it a misinterpretation? Is it a misinterpretation?
No, I think it's all well intended and
Yeah, but well intended
be
can also be
misinterpreted.
misinterpreted.
Um,
You know what I mean?
I,
So, not to really bang you
yes,
into a corner here,
I
but you know what I'm
think,
saying.
man, I don't know. I mean, this is some deep stuff that is emotional for a lot of people, but um, I don't know. All I know is I'm actually trying to read uh, just the Gospels. My dad said that years ago, and I'm like, okay, yeah, whatever, Dad. And now I'm starting to just read what Jesus did and what he said, and go, okay, I'm just trying to do that. When I don't know, we've gotten away a lot from Jesus. So I had a guy that come up to me the other day and say, "Tim, I could tell you stories." He's a pastor. I've had so many pastors tell me this recently. Um, I could tell you stories all day long about Jesus. I could literally do 20 messages right now, the drop of a hat, about Jesus. I just
Mm-hmm.
don't know him.
Wow, you can regurgitate them.
Yeah. So I think that's the plague of that the church has, is that we can talk about Jesus all day long. We can believe about him all day long, but so does Satan, so do the demons. They shudder. They believe so much. But to not know him is I think the cancer of the church. So starts with me is really saying, guys, it's not about
Right.
going out and doing all this stuff. It's saying it's got to start here first, and then he can be about his revival.